This is my 97 Mustang GT. I bought it in 2015. This is my daily driver. There's 161,000 miles on it. And when I bought it, the speedometer didn't work, so I'm sure there was a lot more than that, but I rebuilt the top end of the motor. When I bought it, the top leaked. I bought this top on eBay and it's garbage. Typical, I bought it 3 years ago, but it shrunk so much. It's hard to get it closed, and it's pulling it back to where water goes in there. So those tops on eBay, whew, I'm telling you, I'm gonna buy another one, the two-piece top, I think, the original one, and kinda, hopefully it won't shrink as bad, the two-piece ones. And I got this paint job at Maaco 3 years ago. This paint job is 3 years old. Maaco single stage paint job. It's held up pretty good. I mean, there's some chipping and stuff on the front bumper. Little dings, rock dings, because I live in the country. I do a lot of highway driving. That's why I use this car, because the 4.6 liter is the best motor they ever made. I'm sorry, it's the simplest. It doesn't make a lot of horsepower, but dude, when you start this engine, it goes. There ain't no like, oh, is it gonna start? Is it not gonna? No, it just goes. Only thing that could go wrong is your starter, maybe the charging system. I don't know. Hard to kill these motors if you leave them around stock. And really, you only need 300 horsepower. That's it, 300 horsepower. I already got a ticket, cost me 500 bucks doing 80 in a 65. Tickets are crazy. And I would see, and fuel mileage, I can run regular, 87 octane in this car. I got some wiring to fix and stuff. I had put aftermarket fans in here. And this went bad, so I got to replace this thermostat. This thing, it must got wet or something. It's supposed to be waterproof, but look at that. How's that waterproof? Ridiculous. But yeah, I put the dual fans on here. It has the, I have cams. I put new valves, cams. Yeah, everything in the top I could replace, I replaced. The lifters, hydraulic lifters, the valve stem seals. Replaced everything I could when I had the motor apart. Replaced all the sensors, oil pump, water pump, cheap. $40 for the water pump, $30 for a high performance oil pump. I found these cams for 200 bucks, brand new on eBay. 200 bucks for the non-PI 2 valve. And screw it, I bought them, put them in, and didn't even have to change no springs or nothing, no retainers. And they're a brand new Radler cams. They're not very, they're like stage 1, I believe, stage 2. They have very little, but like I said, it only gives it like 300 horsepower. It's not very much. And I have the BBK headers down here, as you can see. Now them jokers were hard to put in. You gotta basically lift the motor, drop the K member, but they sound great. What an improvement, dude. Those BBK headers are such an improvement. And then I have all LED lights. You know, all the LED lights. Has about a 3,500 watt stereo system. Let's see here. Has the Scar RDO 1200 watt huge speaker cabinet. Has a 2,000 watt speaker in there. And the Scar RDO is the best, dude. That's just the best, dude. 1200 watt RMS. And that thing, it doesn't even strain it. The only thing is you got to run an extra battery if you really want to pump it. These are aftermarket tail lights. LED tail lights. You have to put a ballast in it and stuff. You know, back behind here is a ballast for those tail lights. And they work great, super bright. Everything's got LED. I put the side fender flares on, 4-inch fender flares. And you wouldn't believe it, those fender flares on the highway doing 80 miles an hour, the faster you go, it wants to suck the car down. I mean, in the rain, it's unbelievable. I can't believe how much of an improvement those fender flares make as far as handling in high wind situations. It's just so much better. I don't care about the looks, I want the handling. And then the interior, I bought these seats on Amazon for I think $350, $400 free shipping. The back seat I recovered. This is real leather, and I replaced the leather back there, replaced the top and side. I recovered all these with speaker cover. These are tweeters. Behind here, behind the tweeter, you have a high-powered titanium tweeter with the 6x9 speaker, titanium speakers. And then back behind here, you got the Apple CarPlay. And then behind here, I don't want to take it all out. You got another big amp behind here. That's a 4-way amp. That's for your crossover, all the speakers and stuff. This is the Apple CarPlay radio. And then I put tweeters in here, new tweeters in there, titanium speakers. And then let's hear how she sounds. She starts up every time. Every time. I mean, there's nothing, no guessing. You have the Apple CarPlay, and works great. And then you have the bass boost here. Turn up the bass boost. And I mount my phone here on the Velcros and plug it into there. So that way it looks like another screen there, the Velcro. Everything works. Air conditioner works like brand new. Ice cold air. All the gauges work. Everything works. That stupid light right here is because of that stupid float thing. I gotta replace the reservoir. It's all messed up. It's all cracking, leaking here. I hate plastic stuff. I may replace it with metal. Like I said, it idles perfect. I mean, very mild cam. Very mild. I don't know who made these cams. They were just on eBay. Brand new 4.6 liter non-PI 2-valve cams. It gives it a little bit of, but they're not, maybe they were just stock cams, I don't know. But they weren't in no package, but they were brand new. You could tell the bearings are brand new, and it runs great on them. So I did have to rebuild this, and I got a lot of wires running in here from the sound system, so I just put that in. But the rebuild kit is $20 on this hydraulic bass booster. These things always leak. That's about all I did to the motor. I painted the valve covers. As you can see, the fan's on. See how the one fan's on and the other one's off? That's no air conditioner. So it runs super cool. And let's hear how she revs up. I mean, could you imagine driving this car? An everyday driver? I mean, that's not like you're gonna blow it up or anything. It's mostly all stock. Has about 300 horsepower. 280, 300 maybe. It's not bad. I don't lose too many races. I don't win too many races either. Put it this way, my stepdad has a turbo back there, and we were neck and neck. I think I started pulling away from him because his was a littler motor. Had the cold air intake. That's how smooth that is. I mean, that engine just runs perfect. I use a K&M filter down there. But it's dusty out here. I live down a dirt road. I try to keep it clean. But yeah, that's my 97 Mustang. I paid $1,100 for it. And fixed it up a little bit, painted it. This guy hit my door at the mailbox when I was getting in my car with a truck. Thank God he didn't kill me. So now I gotta get a door. And I gotta get a top. I bought this top on eBay. I put it on. It's just garbage. It's not, it shrunk so much. I can't believe how much this thing shrunk. You know. And all the tail lights. These are the tail lights. LED type tail lights. Yeah, they're pretty good. Look at them. Hear them? They got the Ferrari sound to them. Listen. So when you turn on your lights, and it looks like a brand new car. Hell, it don't look like an old car if you were to pull up next to it, would it? And then let me put on the headlights. I mean, would you think this is a old car? I mean, only people that would probably know it would know it's an old car. But yeah, I got the HID headlights. So it looks pretty cool. You know, you got the fog lights, the upgraded headlights, super bright. And you got the wheel things. So yeah, let me rev her up from the back so you guys can hear. But like I said, this car here is my daily driver. I drive this car every single day. And I'm talking, I drive, like whenever I drive, I live out in the country. I live far away from everything. There's nothing within 40 miles of my house. And when I go to my doctor's visit, you're talking 100 miles one way. So I put about 100, I'd say I put about 80,000 miles on it. It's got 161,000 on the speedometer, but the speedometer was broke. But when I pulled the heads off, the cylinders look great. Very little wear on the cylinder heads. But let's hear what she sounds like. Cheap, $1,150 I paid for this car. Sounds great. Little 4.6 liter. Oh my God, it's such a, it fools people, let me tell you, it fools people. I mean, that bitch sounds nice, don't it? For a little 4.6 liter. It runs so nice, dude. It's so low to the ground. Look how low this car is to the ground. I custom did my suspension, you know, but look how low it is. And it's got all Monroe shocks, Monroe racing shocks on it. It runs so fucking tight. It's so crazy. It looks so cool. And look at the interior, it's pretty nice. I mean, the interior's not too bad. I mean, would you drive this car?